For thousands of years, the northern forests of North America have belonged to a creature of extraordinary power, ancient patience, and, well, there's no gentler way to put this, truly spectacular facial architecture. You hear it before you see it, branches snapping, the ground giving a little shudder, birds clearing out of the trees like they've got somewhere better to be. And then that it steps into the light, half a ton of legs and nose and attitude, looking back at you like you're the one who's out of place. Meet the moose. Scientists call him Alces alces. Up in moose country, folks just call him enormous. He's the largest member of the deer family, and it shows. A big bull runs 800 to 1,500 pounds and stands 6.5 feet at the shoulder. That's taller than your front door. Up top, the antlers, bulls only, broad and flat as a serving platter. That's called palmate, spanning up to 6 feet across. And it grows that whole crown fresh every year, drops it, and starts over. Imagine regrowing your hat from scratch each spring. Then there's this, that flap of skin swinging under his chin. It's the dewlap, the bell, and its purpose? Nobody's entirely sure. The finest minds in science and the official answer is a shrug. And that grand droopy nose is a precision instrument. We'll get to what it's for. Now, a big animal needs big country, and the moose has plenty. Draw a line across the cold top of the continent, Alaska, most of Canada, down into Maine and Minnesota and Montana, and south along the spine of the Rockies into Colorado. His neighborhood is the boreal forest, spruce and fir, willow thickets, marshes, lakes, and slow river valleys. Anywhere it's cold and wet and green, a moose can make a living, and cold is the key word. That heavy, dark coat is built for 40 below. Wonderful in January, a genuine problem come July. A moose in a heat wave is a miserable soul who will wade belly deep in a pond just to cool off. Summer simply is not his season. Now lunch. A grown moose puts away matter-of-fact 40 to 60 pounds of vegetation every single day. Willow, birch, pond weeds in summer, and in winter he'll strip the bark right off a tree. He is essentially a furry wood chipper with opinions. But here's where the moose stops being funny and starts being astonishing. Because the richest groceries, the best aquatic plants, grow at the bottom of the lake, and the moose goes down to get them. He swims easily for miles, and then he dives fully under, holding his breath, paddling down as deep as 20 feet to graze the lake bottom like some enormous antlered submarine. Let that settle. The most ungainly animal in the forest, the one built from spare parts, is secretly one of the finest divers in North America. 1,200 pounds, 20 feet down, helping himself to the salad bar on the lake floor. In late spring, the cow brings new life into the willows, often twins, and a newborn moose is essentially 4 enormous legs that occasionally locate a body. Wobbly as they look, within days those legs can outrun a grown man. Mama, meanwhile, is fiercely devoted. Hold that thought. Then comes September, and the bulls lose their minds completely. It's the rut. They quit eating for weeks. They thrash the brush, wallow in the mud, and bellow out a sound like a foghorn with a broken heart. Even the most dignified creature gets 1 month a year to make truly questionable decisions. But the modern world has cut roads straight through moose country, and a moose stands so tall that a car's headlights pass right under him. So in a collision, it isn't his legs that meet the car, it's everything above him. For the driver and the moose both, he is one of the most dangerous animals on the road. There's a quieter threat too, winter ticks. As the cold seasons grow shorter, more ticks survive the year, and a single moose can carry 50, even 100,000. They drain him all winter until he's worn, weak, and thin. Add the logging and roads that slice his forest into ever smaller pieces, and the strain shows. Moose aren't endangered across the wide north, but in some southern corners of their range, their numbers are quietly falling. The threats are real and they're close to home. But there is the good news, and there is good news. People are learning to share the country. Warning signs and slower speed zones go up where the moose cross. Engineers build wildlife underpasses so a moose can travel beneath the highway instead of into it. Researchers track the ticks in the herds, learning what keeps a moose healthy. We protect the boreal forest and the wetlands that feed him. Hunters keep to careful seasons and limits, and trail cameras let us watch the whole population without disturbing a single one. None of it means getting close. As the saying ought to go, a moose does not need a hug. It needs a healthy forest, a safe road to cross, and one fewer tick. Now that you've met him, let's see if you can tell him from the neighbors. Welcome to Moose Detective School. First, the tracks. Big, cloven, heart-shaped, near the size of your hand. Then the brows. Willows snapped off clean, bark gnawed surprisingly high up because, well, he's tall. Now antlers. Moose, broad and flat like two open hands. Elk, tall and branching, swept back like a chandelier. Caribou, long and curved and worn by both the males and the females. Careful now, city boy. No, that tan fella bugling on the hillside is not a moose. That's an elk. Smaller, lighter, with a pale rump patch and no dewlap. And a low, white-maned one out on the open tundra is caribou, smaller still and famous for walking half a continent. The moose, darkest, tallest, nosiest, and absolutely unmistakable. Now the serious part. A moose looks slow, gentle, almost sleepy. Don't believe it for a second. In some parts of this continent, more people are hurt by a moose than bears. He can run 35 miles an hour, and he does not bluff. Learn his temper. Ears laid back, the hair bristling along his shoulders, head low, lips smacking, that moose is done being polite. Give him room, far more than you think you need, and never ever step between a mother and a calf. If he charges, put something solid between you, a tree, a truck, a building. He'll usually break it off. Don't feed him, keep your dog leashed, and if one is hurt or trapped, call the professionals, because a moose is not a big, friendly horse. He's a half-turned wild animal with the temperament of a man who's been up for 3 days and can't find his car keys. And the evening comes back gold over the spruce. There he goes, the big bull walking the edge of the still lake, his antlers laid out perfect on the water. He stops, he listens. His breath hangs in the cool air like smoke. Look at him. Improbable, magnificent, built from spare parts, and somehow the grandest thing in the whole North Woods. He turns just once and looks our way, and then the spruce closes around him, and he's gone. He's been here for thousands of years. He'll be here long after we've sorted ourselves out. The least we can do is give him a wide lane. Oh, and one more thing. Did you find Ruckus? He was hiding 5 times across this film. So tell me, how many did you spot?